Welcome to JasonWhiskyWise. My name is Jason. Welcome to this whiskey review here on the channel, where today we're going to be continuing on our Bunnahabhain series, and we're going to be reviewing a travel retail expression from Bunnahabhain, and it is called the Bunnahabhain Eirigh Na Greine. So this is a travel retail expression, kind of part of a duo in travel retail with this one and the Cruach Mhona. And together we're going to review both of them back to back, and we're going to conclude my Bunnahabhain series. So if you have missed any of the videos in this playlist, I'll leave it linked here in the top corner, so you can feel free to go and click that at the end of the video, and you'll have a full list of the 12, the 18, 25, the Stiuireadair, the Ceobanach, this one, and also then afterwards the Cruach Mhona. So lots of Bunnahabhain expressions to go through. So this one is actually, so it's part of the travel retail range. It's a no-age statement whiskey, bottled at 46.3% ABV, kind of a trademark of distill. And in terms of the actual name, this translates over from Scotch Gaelic into English, and it means morning sky. Now, the actual maturation for this one is in French red wine cask, and you actually see that on the actual bottle over there. So just the actual outer tube for the bottle is red. So actually I want to show you the distillery is the Bunnahabhain Distillery. They're owned by the parent company, the Distill Group, and they are located on Islay, Scotland. Now the price point, you must be wondering, Jason, how much is a full bottle of this? It is sold by the litre in travel retail, and it is £65 for the full-size bottle. Now it has managed to seep its way through travel retail into the domestic market, and you are looking at around about £20 to £30 more in price as domestic market want to capitalize on the fact that it's limited availability in the domestic market. So without further ado, I think that's a lot of information. Let's just jump straight into the nosing of this whiskey, into the nose. So getting us started on the nose for the Bunnahabhain Eirigh Na Greine. So straight away, personally what I find in this one, it's a little bit more lighter. It's got those red berries, a lot of this red fruit actually coming through, and that's a character from the red wine cask. For me, it's more softer red currants, like raspberries that have been sort of a bit softer. They're not completely ripe yet. They're just holding themselves a little bit stronger. You are getting this really distinctive wine gum character. It's like those wine gum sweets which we get here. And if you opened a packet of that, and you can just smell the sweetness coming up through the air. And then behind that, you get this nice sweeter butterscotch character, which really just adds to those sweeter notes from this whiskey. There's even this little biscuity character as well, and for me that's really associated with those vanilla creams. I don't know what you call them. Called vanilla creams? I think they're called vanilla creams. Custard creams, that's it. So it's like those custard cream biscuits. I remember we used to have those when I was younger, and those, and then the bourbon biscuits with the chocolate versions. But really vanilla-y and that vanilla sweetness, but at the same time a biscuity character. And then those raspberries come back in over the top, and it's kind of like a combination of strawberries and raspberries. Stewed apples. And there's a little bit of a slight sweeter, bitter character on the end. And I'm going to pinpoint that down to on the lines of red licorice. It's like those red licorice laces. Yeah, those are red licorice laces. Just love it when it tastes like it just pops into your head. That's about it for the nose of this one. Let's get into the palate next. Slanger. First impressions on the palate for this whiskey. It's got a much more hotter profile on it. Wow. Really wasn't expecting that from this Bunnahabhain. So in terms of actual texture-wise, you do get this like medium full texture which develops into a much more richer, viscous mouthfeel. It's not as rich as the 12, but it's almost just creeping up on it. And it's actually the first whiskey out of the few I've tried so far that's almost just getting up to that same rich viscosity. But in terms of characters that you find on the actual palate, it is a lot more spicier. That sort of gingery heat, that gingery spiciness, a little bit of peppery notes, and then it makes way for these red berries coming through. Red currants, raspberries again, a little bit of cranberries. It's like cranberry juice actually. It feels as if, it's sucked out certain parts, and you're getting a little bit of this dry finish, and a little bit of even a sort of wood spicy character as well. A hint of bitterness at the end as well. So that's coming back to, I'd have to link that again to a red licorice, as it's got a little bit of bitter sweetness and quite a drying sort of overall character on the palate. And it's got a sweetness at the end of it, which to me I can only associate with something like toffee, something a bit more rounded, and it just really, it helps this one go down a little bit. So let's get to the finish and we'll come to our conclusion. So finally, to conclude this whiskey, in terms of overall finishing notes, it does have, I'd say, a nice medium full length in the actual finish, where it does hold itself for some time. But you are getting those spicier notes, like a white peppery spice, those wine gum characters, and a little bit of orange, maybe a satsuma where you're getting a little bit more sweeter, but then you're taking a bit of the inside and you're taking a bit of the pith, and you've got that bitter character just rolling off the end and then even the tip of your tongue, which for me, I just feel like it just doesn't feel super balanced. So overall, in terms of my concluding notes and my rating, I'm going to give this one here, and I'm going to give it an 82. I like it, but at the same time, I don't like it, and I feel, you know, it feels like it hasn't had that time to really integrate itself very well. I respect the fact it could be a French red wine cask, but it just needs that bit more time in this cask to round out those characters, or maybe a shorter finishing period or maturation, so that way it just really doesn't take too much of those bitter notes, because I feel this bitter woody note, and I really personally just don't like that side of it. But overall, in terms of those red berries, I really like that, and I think the nose was the strongest part of this whiskey. I thought the palate and the finish just really let it down. So value for money at 65, personally, I would be happier to stick with the actual 12-year-old or even the Ceobanach. In terms of water or time, the more time you give this one, the more its nose will develop, and it's got a beautiful aromatic nose, but the palate and the finish does pull it down, so probably add a few drops of water just to reduce that bitter character. But that's my opinion. Let me know what you guys think if you try this one down below in the comment section. But on that note, I'm going to wrap this video at that. That's going to be an 82 out of 100. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. And this has been me, JasonWhiskyWise. If you have enjoyed, drop it a like. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, which I'll leave over there. And I'll catch you for the next video. Sláinte.